Did you know that it is possible to transform your financial life by investing just $100 per month? And no, this is not some internet guru's talk nor a magic formula. I will show you a simple and practical path that anyone can follow to start investing, even if you are starting from scratch, without having to wait years to see results. Now, if you have $100 to spare per month and still don't know what to do with it, stay with me, because I will show you how to use this money intelligently to build a much better financial future. If you're in this situation, don't feel bad. I know what it's like to be broke. It seems like no matter how hard you try, the bills just don't add up, and there's just never enough money for anything. You try to cut expenses, but still, you don't see any light at the end of the tunnel. And when you think about investing, you get the feeling that you need to be rich to start, that you need to have a large amount of money to get in on the action. But the truth is that the mindset of those who think that you can only invest if you're rich is wrong. You don't need to be a millionaire to start. The secret is to take the first step, even if the amount is small. But many people, out of fear or lack of knowledge, don't even know where to start. And that's where you could be missing out on the opportunity to take the first step towards financial freedom. First, we need to understand the mindset that separates those who are on the right track from those who never get anywhere. When you start investing, what really matters is how you view money. Most people think that investing is a difficult thing, that only people with a lot of money can do it. But the truth is that investing is not about how much you have, but rather about how you manage the little or a lot that you receive. The mindset of investing is different from a consumerist mindset. You need to start seeing money as a tool to make more money, and not just as something that you can use to buy momentary things. It's not about expecting to get rich overnight, but about making your money work for you on your own time. Now, let me give you an important tip. Investing is not rocket science. I know that the financial market can seem scary, full of technical terms, but I'm here to show you that you can start investing with little and without complications. There are several ways to start, but I'm going to tell you about something simple and accessible that anyone can use. We're talking about investment funds, treasury direct, and even stocks. You don't need to be an expert to get started. The important thing is that you know where you're putting your money and start with what you can afford. For example, treasury direct is a safe option with a low initial value. You can start with $30, $50, or even $100 per month without fear. This type of investment is accessible and can be a great first step for those who are starting their journey in the world of investments. Now imagine that you manage to save $100 per month. It may not seem like much, but when you invest this amount wisely, it starts to grow. The secret here is the power of compound interest. If you invest $100 every month for 12 months in an investment that gives you a return of 10% per year, your investment will grow. Not just the amount you invested, but also the interest generated by it. And over time, this amount will multiply exponentially. It seems simple, right? And it is. The big mistake many people make is wanting quick and miraculous results. But if you start investing $100 per month, at the end of a year, you will have between around $200 and $1,500. That's without counting the interest. And when you keep doing this, the effect will accumulate, and you will see your wealth growing steadily. I know you must be thinking, okay, Ennio, but where do I put this money? How do I know what to choose? The answer is research and consistency. There is no magic formula, and no one can guarantee that an investment will yield 20% per month. That's a lie. But what I can guarantee you is that if you start investing consistently, choosing investments that are safer, you will reap the rewards over time. A good investment strategy includes starting with more conservative investments, such as the Tesoro Selic or low-risk funds, until you feel more comfortable diversifying and exploring more profitable options. Now that you know that it is possible to start with little, let's talk about how to organize that $100. First, it is important to understand that it is not just about where to invest, but also about how to control your expenses to ensure that you can invest that amount every month. The secret here is financial discipline. There is no point in wanting to invest $100 per month if you are spending too much on unnecessary things. So, organize your finances, Cut non-essential expenses and make investing a priority. Pay yourself first before spending on other things. That is what makes all the difference. Investing is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And that's exactly why persistence is key. Don't expect results to appear overnight. With the investments we're talking about, the return isn't immediate, but if you maintain discipline, over time the results will appear. Remember, the secret is not trying to find a shortcut or a magic formula. It's about sticking with it, investing every month, and reinvesting the profits. You'll see the fruits of this in a few years. Now the important part, how to choose the best investments. If you are just starting out, my recommendation is to start with safer options, such as Tesoro Diretto or even investment funds. You don't need to choose something too risky right away. When you feel more comfortable, you can explore other types of investments, such as stocks or real estate funds, but always with the mindset that investing is a gradual process. The important thing is to build a solid foundation first and then broaden your horizons. A common mistake made by beginners is wanting to invest in high-risk investments without understanding the consequences. Sometimes the rush to see results leads people to fall into traps, such as promises of investments with absurd profitability and no guarantees. Don't make this mistake. Investing safely is more important than trying to hit the jackpot. Learn to be patient and discerning so you don't get fooled by promises of easy gains. The secret to success in investing is consistency and choosing the right assets. Staying motivated can be difficult, especially when you start to see money flowing into investments and the results don't appear immediately. However, the key here is to understand that what you are doing is an investment in your future, and this requires patience. When anxiety sets in, remember why you started: to have financial freedom, to no longer depend on a job that doesn't fulfill you or a life of debt. What you are doing now will give you the tools you need to achieve the financial stability you have always dreamed of. So keep your vision in the long term. As you gain more confidence and experience, it will be important to diversify your investments. This means that instead of putting everything into a single asset, you start spreading the risk. Diversification is a way to protect your investments, reducing the impact of a possible market crash on a specific asset. This can be done through real estate funds, stocks, treasury direct, and even investments in cryptocurrencies. The idea is that by diversifying, you do not put all your eggs in one basket, and this brings more security to your assets. Now, if you still have questions about how to get started or want to learn more advanced strategies to turn those $100 per month into significant wealth, I invite you to click on the link below. I have prepared a complete material with a step-by-step guide to help you start investing and ensure a more peaceful financial future. Don't miss this opportunity, because if you start now with discipline and strategy, I guarantee that the results will appear. And remember, change starts with the first step.